This is a railgun wall or railgun swarm, I guess, from Gleeton. It's kind of a signature ship. I haven't really seen anybody else play a ship like this. Yeah, so it pilots like a wall, and you can also explode those charges and it will separate into pieces, and you can kind of swarm your opponent and attack them from different sides. And yeah, I did want the whole ship here. So yeah, you can see this has a lot of ammo actually. Yeah, it has 2 reactors, which is probably overkill. And yeah, what Gleeton asked me to do is to make an overclocked version of this ship. And he already tried that, and this is the result. It's basically the same ship, but he removed the boosters and added radiators for those overclocked huge thrusters. Yeah. So what I will do is I will probably just take this, get myself a single segment, and yeah, I want to keep this under 300k. If I include the explosive charge and a bit of armor, I can... Wait, how much is an explosive charge again? 600. A bit of armor, it's 800. So 299k. I shouldn't go over that, and we should be fine. Okay, so... Okay, there's all the operators for the railgun, and... Okay, there are also operators for the control room, and there's a lot of supply crew. Do you really need that much? Maybe. I would honestly make the ship wider so that I can put more armor in the front. I don't know if that like already goes against the spirit of the ship. I have no idea. But I would make it wider to like have an additional armor pillar in the center. And that way I could also, yeah, do some different stuff with the thrust. Yeah, this is also, maybe you just make it 1 tile wider, and then you can have an engine room directly in the center, because using an engine room each for the huge thrust is just such a big waste. I really don't like that. So let's do that. There was also another person who tried to improve the ship from Gleeton. We can look at what they did after I'm done with my version. Maybe compare the 2 different ships. See who did what. Okay. And I will also yeah, place armor like this. Yeah, you could really reduce the... honestly, should have reduced the amount of ammo. You're never gonna use all of that ammo in a real match, but I'm not gonna remove that for now. Okay. No, I can't. Whoops. So you can do this. Wait, what? Wouldn't it be hilarious to just place the reactor behind the engines? Oh, that would be funny. Like, put the reactor here. Oh, wait, I can move the engine room down and put the reactor on top. Uh-huh. Oh, wait, I can move it even further down. And that way, I can still place some armor in front of the control room. Uh-huh. Oh my god, this is such a weird shape. This looks so scuffed, and it probably is. Okay, and the whole reason we did this is that we can place more armor in the center. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, that way we also have a bit of protection in the back. Yeah, and even if our engine room gets destroyed, we still have the door connections to the thrusters. Okay, but we could move them one back actually. Wait, why would I do that though? I don't think there's a... Oh, yes, because of the railguns. Yeah, to have faster supply routes to the railguns. Okay, but I'm still gonna place doors here, just in case the engine room gets destroyed, but the reactor doesn't. Which is a funny idea. Okay, I can also move this one down. Yeah. Okay. Yellow shirt, red shirt, green shirt. What the fuck is a yellow shirt? What? What is that role? It has normal supply priorities and an operate priority of 1? Oh god. Okay, what's a green shirt? it can't do anything, I guess. What? I guess it only has like... Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm gonna use my own roles. I'm sorry. But maybe you can power this whole ship using only red shirts. Okay, I can overclock these thrusters already. Okay, wait. I can move this one down again. Yeah. Now it doesn't look as scuffed as before, but I have more space to place crew. Place a fire extinguisher. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't think I need this much crew. I need like... Yeah, I think I only need 1/4 for all of this actually. Well... 1/4 might be a bit optimistic. Oh yeah, and I need supply crew for all of the railguns. Okay, so I do need all of this. Okay, how is the sustain now? Oh, the supply crew is going for the ammo. Yeah. Okay, I guess we will probably need a bit more. Okay, and the sustain is looking pretty decent actually. Yeah, a bit. The bottleneck is the ammo, but in a normal fight, that shouldn't. You have enough time between volleys to reload this more quickly. Oh, and I'm missing some ammo assignments. Okay, let's allow the supply crew to also like. Oh no, this one shouldn't do that. To also supply this, but we need to give the supply crew a lower priority for this thing. Else the ammo supply will eat up all of the supply crew for the ammo supply. Oh yeah, that seems to work pretty great actually. Now the supply crew are never resting and they are supplying ammo if there already is enough energy. Yeah, I think that works great. Fire target. Oh my god, we have so much money left. We have almost 50k left. What are we going to do with all of this money? Um, 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 One thing we could certainly do is just adding another thruster. I could make the railguns longer. I don't know if that's worth it. Ooh. What to do with all of this money? I could also add shields, like overclock them back here instead of the ammo. Who needs ammo anyways? Okay, like maybe here. Honestly, literally placing them here could work. Yeah, but honestly, I want to preserve the shape of the ship. If you are building a competitive ship, you would move like the ammo to the side and maybe to the side here, and you would make the ship a bit wider in general, I would say. But I want to kind of keep the shape of the original, so I'm not going to do that. So what can I do instead? Wait, 250k. I could add an entirely new segment. 1.5 mil divided by 250k, that's 6 segments. And there were 5 segments before. So if I can just shave like I need to shave a bit over 400k off of this. And if I could do that, I could just add an entirely add one more segment straight up. Okay. What if I do the ammo reduction thing I talked about? That's not too many additional credits. I could also shave a bit of the side armor. We don't need this much side armor, do we? Maybe just this. And we don't need this much back armor, do we? This is more than enough. And we don't need this much internal armor, right? Right? Actually, this costs the same as before. We don't need... Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, actually this armor placement should be asymmetrical. It should be more like centered around the reactor, like this. Yeah. Can the ship still fly straight? Yeah, I mean, I'm not even like doing micro correction. This ship can still fly straight. The railguns really make up the bulk of the weight and the outside armor, I guess. But wait. I think this ran out of energy. Yeah. This needs more energy. That's interesting. Oh yeah, this is overstraining the small reactor. Yeah, I kind of forgot that you also need like additional energy for those overclocked thrusters. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Okay, we can still make this work, I think. It will just require a slight change of plans. We will do this. And this, and this. And then we will overclock this. Surely this will not catch fire. Okay, this catches fire. Okay, I don't think this works. I think this is doomed. But I really want that additional segment. Okay. What I can do is I can move this even further down. And this too, of course. Okay. Put another piece of structure down and do this. this. And surely that will do better. Oh no, now it's flickering. But the reactor isn't burning. Wait. The passive cooling is working. Oh, and we have to cool this tile more. Okay, so let's try this. Oh my god, this is so scuffed. But now we need so much more crew to supply the thrusters because the path is longer. Oh my god, we need all of this crew. Okay. Yeah. In a real elimination match, this is fine. Because we're only starting to burn if we like move at 8x speed. I can I can add this structure tile right there. Okay, this should do the same thing. Okay. But this kind of means that we need more armor. Well. Surely the side armor can be shaved down a bit. Maybe a bit more around the control room. And it's fine. So that would allow us to add more crew, maybe? Oh my god! We are 1 credit over. Oh yeah, a bit more than 1 credits because we also need the explosive charges still. Okay, wait, I can assign this thing to one side and this thing to the other side of the reactor. Okay, and I need to give the ratchets really high priority to do the engine room. And I can move this one higher so that the structure tile has more space for dissipation. Oh wait, there are fire extinguishers up here that are redundant now that we have this fire extinguisher here. Okay, And I feel like we are on budget. Yeah, we can even add a bit more front armor, I feel like. Maybe not that much. Oh, but this should be fine. Okay, we are really close. Okay. So let's test how long this takes to like overheat again. Oh, the fire extinguisher is overclocked. Okay. I mean, we fired all of the ammo and the ship is still alive. It did burn down, but should we add doors here? But yeah, we should add doors to extinguish the fire there. Ideally, we would have more space for heat dissipation. I don't know if we can afford it. Oh, wait. There's a really easy change we can do to add more dissipation. This here. Yeah. This will grant us one additional tile of dissipation. Are there any other dissipation optimizations we can do? We should also do like this because it's pretty unlikely that something hits here before it hits the reactor. So having this big slab of 2x1 doesn't do that much. We should flip the direction though, like this. Okay, so I don't need anything. I think I can finish this up, but I want something. Like, I want a bit more dissipation here. But can I maybe route through the cockpit somehow to save on space? I don't think that's doable. Okay, wait, I can move the radiators down to get a bit more space here. That way we could do this. Route through the control room. No, I don't want to do that. That's gonna make the logistics of the railguns so much worse. Okay, let's discard those modifications. I mean, I could just make the ship wider. Like move the railguns one out, and then we would have more space to do dissipation. But I don't want to do that. Okay, maybe if we, yeah, maybe if we can move this somewhere else. Or, oh yeah, I know. We can move this down. That's completely fine. Does that help us? Like, if we place this thing here, I mean, we could place this here instead. Which would give a lot of space for dissipation. Like, it would make all of the space though, here free. Does that have an impact? Is this good? I don't know. No, I don't know. This can't just do anything. Oh my god, I think this is actually this is actually better heat dissipation wise. I think that's actually doing its job. Okay, now we overdid it. If we are not firing the thrusters, the reactor isn't really strained. It's not even starting any fires then. And there, yeah, I think this is totally fine, because in also when you rotate, half of the thrust is not firing, and as a railgun wall you rotate a lot, so the thrust is gonna get like used up even less then. So I think like the stage at which this starts burning, I think that's just completely fine. I could move the engine room one up now, actually. If I have this space right here to dissipate. I don't know, maybe. I think I can also... No, this one gets some of the heat from over here, so... Yeah, I think I will leave that. The passive heat dissipation optimization is crazy. Oh god, this is a pain. But I think we're done. I think this is as good as it's gonna get. So let's create our glorious ship. Boom. Symmetry axis right here. Boom. Boom. 6 copies in the 1 mil budget. So do this. And armor triangles to protect the charges from both sides. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, and we have 300 credits left. Where we could like... I don't know, theoretically we could place some more armor. Oh no, I can't do that by 6 credits. Damn it. Well, I guess those outside ones don't have this armor triangle on top. Oh no, I ruined the paint scheme. Well, let's just move it up here and pretend it never had a paint scheme to begin with. Okay. So even if we move, yeah, if we like only fire one side at a time, I don't even think that the ships will ever start to burn. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, and also add the charges to this group. And I think we are done with our ship. So let's get the other ship that the other person made. Queenor also made a version. Oh, it also has 6 ships actually. That's interesting. How did he get that to work? Oh. Oh, are those meant to be overclocked? I think those are meant to be overclocked. Oh, so he just connects those reactors up. Interesting. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, his reactors are a bit more vulnerable because there is no armor pillar in the center. Where on my ship they are a bit better protected. Yeah, I think connecting the reactor to the thermal system is just better than what I did, though. Because, yeah, this will also overheat. Oh, this is... Well, I think the fire extinguishers are also meant to be overclocked. Okay. Those, I mean... okay. Okay, but this will burn down from just moving forwards. And mine, I don't think mine ever burned down from just moving forwards. Oh no, they do. But more slowly, I guess. Yeah, the ship survives pretty long from just moving forwards. So I think, honestly, the best approach is to do a mix of the two. The ship also has less crew. I guess it also, or does it have less crew? I think it does. So, how good is like the railgun supply? Oh wait, there are a lot of crew that are not doing anything. What are those assigned? Oh, those are operators. What? Oh, I think I need to reset crew. Yeah, that fixes that. Okay, the rail supply seems pretty decent, similar to how it is on my ship. Okay. But yeah, I also have this small crew bunk, so my rail supply is gonna be... yeah, but I also have the longer path to the engine room, so I guess that kind of cancels that out. Okay, I think I'm gonna save this ship. Rail 1, okay, 2 hot. And I will try a mixture of passive and active heat dissipation. So let's delete this off, all of, and move this up to here. And the mirror line needs to be over here, please. Thanks. Okay. Then we can have those supply lines. Okay, and I will have armor triangles up here and down here. Okay, the advantage with this is we can spread the heat strain a bit out. Those radiators are enough to only cool down the huge thrusters. But we can like, this reactor is going to be overheating, the thrusters are going to be overheating, so we can kind of split the strain between the two of them. And it might work. Okay. So make the cable. Yeah, it was like this on the other ship too. And add crossings here. Okay, wait, I need to do this. This, okay. We can move those back for more passive dissipation. So the passive dissipation is gonna be on the sides like this. Oh yeah. Here we can put it, we can put a lot of passive dissipation actually. This is great because there is so much empty space back here. Okay, but now we have, this cost 6k too much. And my blueprint is invalid? What? Remove invalid parts? Okay. I guess I missed some part in the selection. Oh, wait. Oh, now it's under budget. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess there were some invalid parts floating somewhere that were worth 10k. Well, since it's now working. Oh wait, I can literally make those into operators. What am I doing? And those into suppliers. Yeah, I should also do this. Okay. Okay, moment of truth. How well does this sustain? Oh, the thruster starts burning. Yeah, I guess it needs heat dissipation back there. Okay. Oh yeah, I can do this. Is this enough dissipation for those tiles back there? No, it's not. Okay, I definitely need doors to prevent the frost from burning. Can put that there. This. Okay. I can rotate those in a different way. Put these here. Move this here. Yeah, and that way I have one more. I have a bit more space for dissipation. Okay, but the reactor wasn't burning at all, which is nice. So I just have to worry about the thrusters. Maybe I can even do a different thing for the radiators. What if I place the radiators in here? No, that wouldn't work. I don't think that would work. I don't think we need that much dissipation. I think this much is fine. It's just, I would love to have some dissipation on over the corner here. So if we could place those sideways like this, that would be the dream scenario. If only we could make the ship wider. I mean, I could do this, but then this wouldn't be armored up. I don't like that idea. So do this. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be a bit better, but it's not gonna be perfect. Oh, I messed up the crew assignments. It's still gonna burn. Yeah, it starts burning on the corner here. You can see that. What the? No, that doesn't work. That's stupid. If only I could place structure all around. Okay, what if I do this? This? Yeah, then I can place some structure there, but it's not gonna be good enough. Well, wait. It is one more structure tile, like next to the thruster. Oh, I didn't have mirror on. Oh, whoops. Well, can I do this and somehow gain more space? Okay, not really. Oh, I removed this wire there. Okay, place this back. I mean, that should do a bit better, I guess. That does a lot better, actually. Oh. Yeah, the crew needs to be assigned to the control rooms. Wait, what? This does so well. This does so much better than I thought. Just because this corner is covered a bit better. It doesn't even matter that those two structure tiles have nowhere to dissipate to. Oh yeah, now it starts burning. Okay. Oh, I don't have fire extinguishers anymore. I'm gonna add one right here. Overclocked. Yeah, it's still the corner where it starts burning, but it's much less of an issue. Oh my god, this survives for so long. Before it starts burning. Oh, the reactor actually starts burning here as well. Okay. So let's repair all of the damage. And let's fire everything at full throttle. Okay. The railgun supply isn't the greatest actually. Yeah, but that's while the thrust is firing. This is very safe actually. And we are under budget, so we can add all of the side armor back in if we want to. And I think we do want to. So we can also add this piece of internal armor. Add the armor around the cockpit spec. That's where it's most important. Yeah, we don't want to add too much armor here because it hinders the passive dissipation a bit. Oh, and well, we're done. We even have... Oh no, we don't have credits to spare it. I didn't have the ammo included. Okay, yeah, we have to remove a bit of armor again. RIP. RIP. Remove this. This. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically, what wiring up the reactor also did, it massively increased the surface area where we can passively dissipate heat. And yeah, that just allowed us to also make the logistics tighter again. So we need less crew. So overall, what we get is tighter logistics. We get better protection against heat. Everything starts burning much more slowly. And we even get all of that for a few more credits. So we were able to add all of the side armor back. So this new version right here is basically a combination of my attempt to improve the wall and this attempt from what was the name again? Queenor, I think. Does it say? No. Wait, let me search this up real quick. Yeah, it is Queenor. Okay. So what now we have to do is just multiply this place the explosive charges. Recenter the ship. Move the mirror line. Oh, I don't think we can afford that much armor. This will have to do. The armor triangles. Okay, and that's on budget very nicely. So make the hotkeys again. Yep. Okay. And if we compare this to like... Oh no, I don't think that's Gleeton's initial wall. What was Gleeton's attempt? I think it's this ship right here. If we compare this to the original, we have a whole nother segment. We have the same amount of thrust, the same amount of firepower. No, we have more firepower because we have one more segment. We also have more thrust, but it's the same max speed because it's the same thrust to weight ratio, kind of. Okay, we have a bit less ammo, but I don't think we need that much. And yeah, and we have a slight risk of burning. That's like the main concession we made. But I think in a real match we start burning so slowly that it doesn't really matter. And I think that it's fine as is. Okay, it turns out I'm a big idiot and I lied to you. Because on the previous version of the ship, that I don't have anymore, I only had 4 crew quarters. And I should have 5 quarters so that I can supply all of the railguns properly. Because on the previous one, the supply wasn't great. And you just need more crew to have good railgun supply, which I just did not have. So yeah, what I did is I went back and I rearranged stuff even more. I did that off camera, obviously. And yeah, now what I did is I moved the huge thrusters down, which actually turned out to make everything a lot neater and make everything work a lot better. And yeah, I shaved off even more of the armor. I went back to shave off armor again, like I did with the first iteration of the ship, just so that I can afford all of this crew. So that this ship actually sustains. Because it turns out Queenor's ship isn't sustaining that well. Like I was referencing his ship when I went went for when I like figured out how much crew I would need, and this amount of crew isn't really enough. I mean, it kind of is, but it doesn't sustain that well. And I mean, obviously it starts burning, so so maybe it's hard to compare as well. Okay, but what I can do with my ship now that I have done all of those changes, I can completely auto-fire the thrust, and the railguns will still empty all of their ammo. And on top of all of that, nothing burns down. I'm on 8x speed, I've emptied all of my ammunition, and the thrusters are still not burning down. That was the second advantage of moving the thrusters down, because now there's even more space to put structure around for some more passive heat dissipation, and that really helps to move things along. So yeah. If you don't like having armor that thin, I mean, yeah, it's not really a lot less armor than the original ship had anyways. It's probably even better protected because of the center pillar. But if you do want more, you can remove crew. Your railguns will have a bit worse sustainability, which is probably fine, to be honest. But you will have a bit more protection. Yeah, only the outside even got damaged. The others didn't even receive any damage. Yeah. So yeah, this just sustains a lot better, and it has. I mean, the railguns don't have full sustainability, but the thrusters have full sustain. You can fire them all you want. You don't have to worry about anything, and the railgun sustain is also really good. They probably have full sustain if you don't fire the thrusters as much like you would do in a real game. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out, and yeah, I'm sorry that I kind of missed that I need more crew on this ship, but yeah, this should do pretty well now.